Alright, welcome back. And I just signed it off. Hold on. Give me a second. Alright, there goes that. Alright, so I know it kind of sucks right now because I ain't got music in the background, and that's my fault. I gotta reread the term policy or whatever. But again, here's my combat patrol. Actually, I had Sword Brethren first, and I haven't started it. This is a different kit, but they all have chain swords, except for one who has a power hammer. Because I'm doing a different kind of build. I know a lot of people like running like the power sword, but I like the power hammer. When I uh when I did the sword brethren kit, I accidentally, like, I wasn't reading ahead, and this is very important when you're doing kits from Warhammer, is you actually read everything of which part is which, because that's how I messed up. And where is it actually? The other box. I think the other box is right in here. Here it is. All right, this is my first one. I was supposed to do a Castellan, but I kind of messed up. I'll show you. So as you can see, the Castellan, you could either build a Castellan or you could build an extra sword brother. And then I messed up because I thought it'd be one, two, three, whatever, like a normal thing, and that ended up being that extra sword brother. I went one, two. Yeah, I don't think you can tell. That's what it says, but that's how I messed up. But in reality, it went 1, 5, 9, 11, 10, 6. So when you're doing these kinds of things, just make sure you're reading it properly and you're getting the right number, and then you'll be fine. So I don't know which one's first. Oh, okay. So the Emperor Champions first. Okay, cool. Uh, no, Warhammer's not the first things I've painted. It's gonna feel like it because I'm still learning it, but these are among the first things that I've painted. Stuff for D&D. We gotta find one A. A is its own thing. Cool. So we just gotta. Right, that here's one. Just A. Yeah, we really have to make sure. I don't want to accidentally grab the wrong thing. Okay. Yeah. Because it looks just like it. So this has to be A. See where that identifier is. No, it's just numbers. Oh, that's so perfect. Yeah, I'll never know, dude. All right. All right. It's whatever. I had to pick up a new X-Acto knife. Oh no, I just dropped my extra knives. That's okay. I'm using this glue. I found it really works. And this is literally just I bought a paint kit from Warhammer, that starter paint kit, overpriced, really overpriced, but it came with some essential tools and it helped me out. What I try to do is try to get that flat side, and I try to get it on a good against the item I'm trying to clip out. In the best position I can. Some of these things ain't the greatest to clip out. And as you can see, like, I know you can't see it, but I can. And there's like little specks in it. You just take your little X-Acto knife. Don't ever point a knife straight at you, but I will. I just said that just in case, there's a term of service that says I need to say it. Who cares, though? And I do have sanding paper as well, just in case. You want a 2. I would probably be getting yelled at right now by my mom for not having the light in my room on when I'm trying to read. That's okay though. Okay, where does this go to? Right leg. Huh. Maybe sitting up against your desk the whole time too, so you don't lose a piece. Alright, let's see here. How does this fit on? Ooh, I think I found it. That is another thing everybody should do. Line it up before you glue it. The amount of parts that I've wasted or have had to like I've expressed extreme hate for is because it wouldn't match up, and then I try to match it up and it ended up being in the wrong position. As long as you find it in the right position. I don't know how other people, but this is how I'm about to do it. So how I do it, confirm one more time where it's going and how I'm about to put this on. All right, hold it out, and I put it on the piece that I'm put it on. Not a lot. And then I just turn it in and hold it like 10-15 seconds. And then I just add, that might be a little too much. Just like right there. I don't know what that is. There you go. Hold your father. I mean, your fallen Emperor's champion for me, real quick, bro. No! Just keep him off that leg. There you go. Alright, let's see. You're failing me, man! There you go. Alright, let me see here. A6. The black sword of Sigismund. I would still leave it if you just glued it. I'd leave it alone for a good minute or two. Here, I'm just gonna body perfect. You ask me why I keep pointing this knife right at my fingers, because I don't believe I'm moving fast enough, nor in such a rough manner that even if I cut myself, I'm not gonna take out my finger. And I kind of need precision, and I'm pretty klutzy, so yeah. Give me that. That foot. No, no. Cutting too far. 83. I'm gonna wait a little bit since I'm gonna retouch that leg. I'm gonna. It's okay to take multiple swipes at a hook too. That's what I be doing sometimes when it's like a really, because usually it's like this where it's really flat, like right here is pointed this, but sometimes it just widens itself out to hold better. So it's kind of, it takes multiple snips to get at it. Just work at it slowly. You'll be fine. You'll do great. And of what I know, I've ran into a lot of people who've built some other models, and they're like, they if you mess up, no one's gonna care or know. Everybody like they're my buddy. He's like because I look at these. There's a lot of like little things about them that are gonna be horrid to try to paint, and he's like, if you can't see it, you don't need to paint it. So as long as I don't need to see it, I ain't gonna paint it. And I just think no one's really your first time going at it, or even your 50th. No one's expecting perfection out of you except yourself. And those weirdos, there are weirdos that want like 100% accuracy on whatever you do. Don't listen to them. They're pussies. Okay, that's a little dangerous. Let me see here. Yeah, let me get that curve up. Here we go. I got one more. A5. Yeah, I know you can't see it clearly, but that's what I was talking about, that thickness right there. Just try to get the best advantage point you can get it as flat as possible. Mm, go. Yeah. Ow. Got it though. What's all the new pieces? And I do got extra heads for this Emperor's Champion. I'm gonna put a whole bunch of skulls around. Well, not skulls, but extra Space Marine heads that I have, and a few others as well. And I'm gonna paint them like different enemy chaos chapters or something. I know I don't want to. I really don't want to paint Thousand Suns. Oh, they look terrible. All right, let me see here. Oh, it goes in front of it? Nice. Okay. I think that's. Yeah, that's how it goes. Okay. Yeah, okay. Doesn't twist or turn in there, so it has to be. Alright, alright. This was covering a large area, so a little bit more is going to be needed. Because I just did that foot and that ankle. I'm not gonna touch this foot yet. I'm gonna do the chest piece instead. I'm gonna wait till they're both up and going. And there's really only one way the chest piece is gonna go on. So I'm not gonna worry about it that much. Oh crap. When you do chest pieces, I mean I know that there's a lot of people who just do the edge for glue, but if nothing else is going on top of it, you're doing the top piece. I don't understand. Oh no. See, that's why I said I'm clumsy. I'm just gonna tag this whole neck area right there. I know where it's going. Only one possible place for it to go. You're gonna notice probably a little bit of space right in front of the armpit. That's probably because the pauldron has to go there. So just give it a little bit, and it'll be fine. We Oh, they're all in city right now. Ooh. I had some glue attached to my finger. You can use the back of your knife to get rid of some glue you accidentally put somewhere. See, I'm stupid, so I'll use both sides of the knife and act like I didn't just mess it up slightly. I'll come off in a second. Alright, let's see here. That should be dry enough. I could put glue on again, but if I break a piece, I'd break it. I ain't good at holding back. So there is a slot. I know you can't see it, but there is a I don't know what it'd be called, but it's like a slot, and luckily it has it because otherwise I'd be confused. But all you really gotta do is find the slotted, try to align it the best you can. Think. I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. Mm-hmm. There we go. Looks like I should go get me some gloves. Stupid old glue. Keep your fingers clean, people. You don't need nothing under that. Right. Alright, because this one's more of a slot, and I'm scared of messing this one up. It's hard to see that slot. I am going to put the glue on this end instead, even though this one has the better space, because it makes me feel better. Cause I don't know. Some of these things are just wildly. What can I? It's still a little fresh, so I don't wanna. I just want to widen it a little bit so I can really feel where it drops in. Yeah. Yeah. just in case. Just a light touch of glue. Reconfirm that there's no real gap right there. Yeah, it looks like it's slotted in the right direction. Way. Right. Don't. The reason you don't put a lot of glue is so it dries faster. Because if you put a lot of glue in it and then you accidentally bump it, that piece is gonna come off with looking like Anakin Skywalker after not Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan chopped his leg off and he's melting in the lava. He gonna look like his skin being peeled off. Okay, I know there's I don't know. I think a lot of people do this, but this is literally a an air duster for my keyboard and my PC and stuff. Hey, if it works, it works, man. Turn my Emperor champion into a kitchen chicken. And he stands. So I did that right. Nice. Ugh. Okay, so excuse me. All right, so next step is A4. Tool belt? Yeah. No, 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 no. Take it slow. Mm-hmm. I have to accidentally clip this. You don't gotta have steady hands, just move slow. I like that this gun pouch is attached to the belt already, because I ain't gonna lie. That other sword brethren had a gun pouch too. It ain't on him. It was literally just the pouch. You know how horrible it is to set one of these on the side of something? It's floating in midair. Yeah, screw that. It was terrible. Alright. That should be good. Let me see here. Around 35, I'll look. Okay. Ooh. Got it. Oh, this one's a pretty simple slotted into. I know I could have got rid of some of that, but it is what it is. See, that's why you don't put much glue on it. Because I just accidentally moved it. That's on there. We see it wants us to do A4, A10, A9, A7 all at the same time. Great. A. As much as I want to put an actual face on this dude, there is a slot on the back of his head. I know you can't see it for the iron halo, so I will use this head. The heads are simple to put on. Most just, or at least these dudes, there's literally it was like a peg or something. Had a good base to it. Do not fear for my fingers have been screwed for a long time. There's the head. I'm gonna wait for that to dry down more. Alright, A10, A9. Let's get that going on the head as well right now and let that dry off while we wait for the other ones. Right. Let me just pick the head up. And I believe it goes this way. Oh, it needs to be pointed upwards. Of course it does. Oh, my fingers are too fat for this. Alright. Alright, well, No glue, but it was in there. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just boop, boop. All right. Yeah. Not a lot of contact with the model itself. All right. I don't want to put it down since. Oh, there's not. Oh. Well, I don't fear it now. Oh. All right. So now we can move to the other ones, A4 and A7. I want to give him a phylactery, but I don't know if he'd be cool or not. What is that? Oh, it's just an insignia. I don't know. Do we want to make him one-handed? Kind of want to make him one-handed. I think that'd be funny. A one-handed Emperor's champion. By the way, if you can watch it, it's like 2 hours long, but it's a pretty good Black Templar movie. Well, AMV. It's about Hell's Reach, uh, Armageddon, War of Armageddon 3. It's orcs, and it is a really, really, really good Black Templar video. And I mean, if you've read the book already, you knows what happens. You know, they're at Hell's Reach and everything, and it's Grimaldus, Reclusiar Grimaldus. I'm sorry. He was sent there by High Marshal Helbricht, and he was there with his squad, and one of them ends up in possession of Sigismund's sword, and it's a really good watch. It helps you understand if you're a salamander lover, you might you might appreciate it a little bit because they stick to their code pretty well, but they look like pieces of crap in it. So if you're a salamander lover, I wouldn't watch it. They were right on the first occasion, not pressing, but well, were they right? Probably not actually. It's two different codes, you know. It's Salamander code and then Black Templar code, and it was just a conflicting nature. Where did I clip it so good? I don't know where it's clipped at, bro. Okay, let me re-look at this real quick. Mm-mm-mm. I see it. Yeah, it was well clipped. Good job. Hope your builds are doing good too. you know, it is still funny that some people don't care if you run the gray knights, which are really just uncolored marines. It would be called a gray knight in this state because they're just unpainted. I wouldn't. I want you to at least attempt it. I wouldn't care if they're the most screwed up marines out there. As long as you just slightly attempt it, I'll appreciate your effort because I know some of this could be extremely hard to do, especially some dudes like me who have fat fingers and. All right, so I got the sword, the head. Need the other hand. Here it is. One clip. My baby's on me. Alright, so what do we want first? Oh, that hand is slotted. Easy work, easy work. So this is what we're gonna do to make sure. Let me recheck that. Yeah. Thumb slightly out. You don't need much. Just do it enough to where you know it's attached. And then let the glue do the rest. Thank y'all for whoever joins. Alright, let's see this while that dries. It looks like a slot too. I could be wrong. Yeah, it looks like it goes straight up. No angle in it. Yeah, that's how it goes. See, this one's a little different. There's not a really good way to set this. Mm. I would have loved this shackle to help guide me. There it is. Found it. It's the shackle. The shackle is your clue. Alright. That looks good. That looks straight. Alright. Since it is what it is, or where it is, I'm gonna put this glue, right there as well. Lightly heavier paint that, or glue that, since that one was a little tricky. Alright, we're gonna let that sit for a second. Alright. This one's slightly slotted too. So you just gotta find the slot. Right there. There he is. One. Oop. Dang, tinnitus. Alright, so now we do pauldrons. Get close to that. Got it. It's a thick one. Mm. Okay. Which one is this? The left palette? Is it the left pauldron? Yeah. All right. Luckily, the pauldron has an extra piece to help us set. Or this one does. That one doesn't. Oh, it is a slot? No, there ain't no slot. They just added an extra. They gave you hope there's a slot. You bastards. Ooh. Oh, almost there. Yeah, got it. All right. For pauldrons, I think it's best to put it on the inside of it. It just helps. Put some over there on top of that. Mm. Okay. Just on some contact points. Mm. All right, how is this pauldron supposed to get on? All right, so just straight on. Yeah. It gave it a slot. I don't think there is a slot. Oh, there is. Okay. There it is. Oh, there is. It's just a little bit tricky to figure. I think. Right there. Right there. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Now we just need the jump pack. Well, battery pack, really. See, that one's a thick one. That's a thick piece to cut out. Alright. So what we're going to do is clip, clip. Ooh, that did not. Clip right. Got it. That's going to be some chunks. Yeah, man. I did not go too far in, apparently. Thank the Lord Jesus. And we're just gonna go right here. Clean that. Alright. Luckily, all jump pack, well, battery packs have a slot. This one's a really good slot. That's a good slot. That's a great slot. Alright. Yeah, usually there's indents on these things right here. And then there's like something on the back that pokes out. So it's so much easy to do these ones when you just take this, just dab it right in that middle. Again, not too much. Just enough to set it. Right there. No, I didn't set enough. That's fine. I think it's better to underset than it's better to use a lot less than it is to use a lot more, because if you use a lot more, it falls off as well, but now you have a melt mess. Yeah, it's just gonna look horrible after that. That's really why one of my sword brethren doesn't have a sword right now. I over glued him and his hand just fell off. He only has a bolter right now. That's fine. I really should have given him the pyre pistol. That thing ignores uh cover. It's useful. Alright. We have that set. Give it some access. Some parts. Oop. Where I know I just had them. These are the easiest things. Oh, there's different sizes in that bag? No, what? Oh, yeah, there is. Okay. Alright, so you need a 40. I think this is a 40. Alright, tell you what. Alright, there's 3 sizes. And there we go. That's how you decide what size is what. I don't know. The biggest size, and you need 40. Alright, this one's going to be easy. I'm over gooping this. Like the base is the probably the only part I say just slather a lot more on the feet. I know you can't see it, but this one's only on one. Oh, you probably could see it. But figure out, you see that little toe right there that's touching the ground. I hated setting that one. This one's even worse. This one's both of his feet is on tippy toes. But he looks good. Alright, give that a second to set. How to do it? Put some more. Whoop. Put some more goop at his feet. That's where most of it goes. I ain't gonna lie to you. All right. There goes one. Just gonna wait for that to dry. Oh, okay. So next is the Crusader squad. Right, it looks like there's multiple loadouts for this squad. Uh, does it have just like, I guess not. Terminator squad's going to be carrying all sword and shield. I guarantee you that. Mostly because I know you're more likely to miss with a pistol. So it did blade guard better, and yeah. But it's like I believe it's so much more useful to do sword and shield. It's just a lot easier. If you, I know you can't see it, but there's faces on these dudes. You can barely, barely see it. But those are the faces. I'm not doing faces. I already know that. What is this? Okay, so that's where the Sword Brothers start. Is it? You know, I thought it was the other ones. Favorite, I want to build. He can carry the axe. I mean, I've heard some good stuff with people on a power sword. So it's gonna vary. What up? Excuse me. I've heard some good stuff about it. I'm just gonna make it Tyranids. I don't care for Tyranids. Yo. I just finished my Emperor's Champion. Yeah. Deciding whether or not. Uh, uh, yeah, give me 5 minutes. I think so. I think a couple people are on district. I believe there's like, yeah, not enough to run any heist though, which sucks. That's and they don't even have the gang script up yet, so it's not worth it. Oh, yeah, the V2, yeah, I agree to it. Oh, a couple weeks. Then what's the point of me going in right now with all my drugs and start selling if they're gonna, you know? I'm just gonna wait with the drugs I got for district, and I'm just gonna wait till No, we gotta talk about that too because you want to charge 50 grand is kind of outrageous for what's about to happen. They're about to V2 everything, and everybody's gonna have to lower their prices on everything. I already told Williams if they want a realistic economy, everybody's gonna have to lower their prices, even Gotti and all the car dealerships, and I'm gonna lower prices again, gun stores, and they're gonna have to fix a few things because it's no one should be paying 800 grand for a regular sedan, you know? No one's doing that. Oh, hold on, let me end this. Hey, guys, see you in a second.